I just want to come on here and tell you that I believe in you so much, probably more than you believe in yourself right now. And the reason I know that is because I don't always believe in myself. I'm coming to you guys from my car today because I didn't record a podcast episode this week because I was sick. And the thing about starting something new, a new project, a new business, being new at anything, it feels so vulnerable. It's hard to be in that space because we automatically always want to go to being expert at things, and we want to know everything. We want to have all of the answers. So when we're at the beginning and we don't actually have anything to prove that we've done or we've built, it's really hard to say, hey, I'm new here, everybody, listen to me. So this week I was sick for a few days, and it really threw me off of my podcast recording schedule. And because of that, I felt everything fall apart. I felt like I was failing at everything, that everything is ruining. What am I doing? What am I actually saying? None of this makes sense. And it was really, really emotional for me. It took me a long time. I think when we mess up or go off of what we originally had planned, or our plans change, or something changes, or something doesn't go right, or we get rejected in any sort of way, it feels like the end of the world. It really does, because it's so new and fragile. So this week, as I was sick, I was required to rest a lot, and I was really resistant to the idea of resting because I knew that I had this really tight schedule that I needed to stay on in order to continue building in the way that I'm building. And there was just no way. I hit a wall. I was in bed all weekend and I didn't get a chance to record, which is why I'm sitting in my car right now waiting for my kids to pick them up from school. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get it done now. Where there's a will, there's a way. But I want to tell you that I felt I couldn't even really pinpoint what was making me feel so down. So I spent the weekend in bed just resting. I finally surrendered to the idea that I really wasn't going to get anything done. I wasn't going to be productive. Nothing was going to be quality work. It was going to just get it done to check the boxes. But I really want to build something with quality here. So I was like, you know what? I can't do it. And I was like, and everybody needs a break. I am human. I need a break too. And so I decided to rest this weekend, stay in bed all weekend. But then come Monday, I was left with all of these blank pages, all of these ideas, all of this work that just didn't get done, and all of these promises that I had made to myself of things that I was going to get done. And I just started second guessing myself. This is the part of the journey for everyone. If you're starting something new, if you are brave enough to venture and go after that thing that you want to go after, this is the part of the journey that looks messy. That's not perfect. That's tears. And honestly, the reason I have my glasses on is because I decided, for me, my go-to happy place is the beach. There's just something about the ocean that makes me feel so expansive and connected to life that it helps to rejuvenate my soul. So the only thing I could think to do to get off of my butt and to get something done was to go to the beach. So this morning, after I took my kids to school, I went to the beach. Not to mention, the thing that actually got me out of the house was the fact that my cleaners were coming today. And I have a really small house, so it's hard for me to be in the house when the cleaners are there because we start chit-chatting. I'm just not able to get any work done. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave. And here's some more truth to that, is that I wasn't going to admit that today. I wasn't going to say that on here because it's hard for me to feel good about getting help. It makes me feel like I shouldn't be getting help, right? So that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, so I ended up taking myself out of the house today against all of my wishes. I really just wanted to be home and muscle through all of the things that I wanted to do today, but I just needed a moment. I could feel that my spirit needed a moment because I could feel that anything that I was going to create today was going to be out of force because I was feeling so down and I couldn't even pinpoint like what was going on inside. So I ended up at the beach today and just the tears, just the tears. It's where I can hear my voice the clearest, and I could hear that self-doubt talking to me saying, what are you actually doing? Like, nobody cares, Elena. What are you doing? go be a normal person and get a job like everybody else. Like, this isn't gonna be worth anything. You're spinning your wheels and nothing's gonna happen. See, you can't even get sick, and then all of a sudden everything falls apart. You didn't meet your deadlines. You set goals for yourself. You didn't meet them. Nothing got done. All of the things started creeping in. And here's what I want you to hear so loud and clear. Despite the noise, I could still feel something inside of me, especially being at the beach, that said, let it all out. It's okay. Keep going anyway. Some energetic force is supporting you and loving you enough to make sure that what you are doing is going to be for good. I really can only hear that voice when I get really quiet and when I allow myself to get really, really vulnerable. So that little tiny seed of something was what got me here today, was what got me to the coffee shop that I was at to write down and work on all of the other things that I'm working on. That little seed, I took it and I ran, because I know that there is an energy that is supporting me and that believes in me and that wants this to happen. So I felt compelled to come here today and to tell you that you might not believe in yourself yet, but I believe in you. Whatever it is, that thing that you want to go get done, just know that I am here supporting you. And beyond me, there is an energy, there is God, whatever you want to call it, the universe, that is wanting to see you succeed also, that believes in you, even if you have doubt. And the thing about it is that you maybe believe in yourself today. You feel excited, you feel pumped, but the times that we start to hear the self-doubt is when things don't go exactly according to plan, or even worse, when we actually get rejected and someone tells us, no, this is no good, which has also happened to me before. I've been in spaces where I do my best, I put my best foot forward, my best work, and someone's like, I still don't want it. You're not what I want. And I'm speaking specifically right now, what's coming to my mind is when I was doing a lot of acting. I was doing a lot of commercials. I was sending auditions left and right. I was submitting to casting directors. And I thought I was a perfect fit for these roles. I did my best work and they still didn't want me. That kind of rejection, because they're rejecting me directly. They're not rejecting some abstract thing. They're literally saying, you don't have what we want. We don't want you. That can be really, really tough. And there will be some rejection in your path. There will be some people that don't believe in what you're doing. There's going to be some people that don't always support you. But know that I'm supporting you. And even beyond that, know that if the dream is put there in your heart, it was put there for a reason, because you were meant to do this thing. So go out and do it. Go out and try it at least. Try it. Because for me, I think the thing that tortures me the most about having dreams is not doing them. So this podcast, for example, I started it back in 2019. For whatever reasons of all the things that the world was going through, excuses for me. I can give you all kinds of reasons why I was like, this is too much. I'm not going to do it right now. But it never went away. The feeling always stuck with me. Like I continued to have that dream in my heart. It was something that I could not let go of. I have other dreams in my heart of things that I want to do that have never died and that I will continue to pursue. But if I don't pursue them, they will torture me. So I don't know if you all know the story of the 4-minute mile, but the guy that ran the 4-minute mile, his name is Roger Bannister. Before Roger Bannister ran that 4-minute mile, everyone, doctors, experts, they all said it was physically beyond human capability to run a 4-minute mile. Actually, his was a sub 4-minute mile. It was 3.59 seconds that he ran the mile. Everyone said that it was impossible. After Roger Bannister did it, do you know how many other people have run that 4-minute mile since then? Because our mind tends to tell us things aren't possible until we see it done. Trust me, whatever it is that you're dreaming of, someone's likely done it before. And if someone has done it before, then why not you? I believe in anything is possible. Anything is possible. And if you don't think it's possible, whatever your situation is right now, and you say, yeah, well, that's possible for them because X, Y, and Z. Ask yourself, but what if it were possible? What if it were possible? anytime I am working towards something that seems larger than anything I've ever accomplished before, anything that's beyond what I've done, I could come up with a ton of reasons why it's not possible. But what if I allow myself to believe it were possible? What if I allowed myself to believe that, what if you could go after that thing? What if that were possible? What would that look like for you? I'm here to tell you that all you need is a little bit of belief in yourself. That's the first start to making any kind of real change in your life. And the kind of change I'm talking about might not be that you wanted a jet, or that you want to have a $5 million house tomorrow. That is not the kind of possibility I'm talking about. However, I believe it's possible, 100%. But even the small things, being more healthy, waking up earlier in the morning, spending more time with your kids, having a better job, starting a new business, finding the love of your life. All of those things are possible for you, amiga and amigo, and gender non-conforming peoples. Like, it is possible for you. But the first thing you need to set your sights toward that thing that you're visioning for is the belief that it is possible. Or at least the curiosity that, what if that were possible? What if that could be for me? See, today, when I was sitting there on that beach, as I was walking, and I drove to the beach today, and I started journaling. And I started journaling because it's where I feel my greatest connection to God and to the universe and to the spirit. It's when I start journaling. It's where I'm able to get out all of my Elena thoughts out of my head and onto paper. And then as I flow, I can really start to feel a connection. So as I'm journaling, I can feel the connection, but I wasn't going to go outside. 15 minutes into my journal, I wrote, Elena, go outside. Okay, fine. So I went outside and I just started bawling, crying, because I could clearly hear every thought in my head that said, you're not going to be able to do this. Not only the thought, but my mind tends to bring up all of the things I've failed at in my life before. Remember this? Remember you said you're going to do this and you didn't do it? Remember that time you did this and you lost this? Remember that opportunity that you thought was good and then it turns out that it was the worst thing for you. My mind starts to go places telling me that this can't be for me. But as I'm able to let those things go, I can hear a deeper, greater voice that still calls to me. Because I can tell myself all day long that podcasting is not for me, speaking is not for me, I'm never going to make an impact on people's thoughts and on their lives. But the feeling of it is never going to go away. And that's the feeling I want to tap into every day, because that right there is the truth. I didn't put that feeling inside of me. It's calling to me. It lives in me. It's something that will not go away no matter what my thoughts are telling me, no matter what my past has been. It's the feeling that I want you to learn to tap into for yourself. You need to get beyond the thoughts in your head that are telling you it's not possible. And if you can't right now, get beyond that thought. If there is something in your mind telling you, showing you why you can't do this thing, or why this thing wasn't meant for you, why you'll never find your true love, why you'll never have that job promotion, just listen to my voice asking you, what if it were possible? All you need is not a solid belief that will armor you and protect you from everything, because I don't have that. I don't think anybody has that. There are too many messages wanting to break us down and tell us things aren't possible. I have moments of belief. I have moments of inspiration and motivation and possibility. But all of the things I do is not fueled by that. It's fueled by pure drive. It's fueled by that voice inside of me that says, keep going. You don't believe it, but keep going anyway. I'd say at this point in my personal development growth, a good 30 to 40% of my thoughts are telling me that you can't do this. I've come to a place now where I can look at those thoughts with curiosity, with a curious mind, rather than see it as the truth. When I start to hear those thoughts come up, my first instinct is to look at it with curiosity and say, why is this coming up for me? So this most recent self-doubt episode that I had, let's call it, came from me not being able to get done the things I need to get done because I was experiencing a very human thing, which was to be sick. My very human illness caused me to have to rest in bed. And because I was resting, I didn't get done the things that I wanted to get done. And because I didn't get done the things that I had planned and wanted to get done, my doubt saw that as a perfect opportunity to get into my brain and say, maybe you're not for this. Maybe you're not cut out to do this. But I look at it with curiosity and I start to unravel, like, where is this coming from? This is where it's coming from because this thing happened and I wasn't able to do it. That's where it's coming from. Is that true? Because I wasn't able to get this one thing done this week, does that unravel all of the months of work that I've been doing? Does that unravel the sound of that calling inside of my spirit that's saying, Elena, walk this way. Elena, this is waiting for you. Elena, go and do this thing. Does that one task not getting done unravel all of that? My logic mind says it does not. So the first thing that I do when I start to feel these feelings of doubt, first you have to learn to notice it. Noticing your thoughts is probably one of the most important skills that you're going to ever have if you're wanting to move forward with anything in your life. Noticing and quieting yourself to be able to hear when that doubt creeps in, that's going to be so key for you to be able to then get curious about the thought. Get curious about your thoughts. Don't you ever wonder where they come from? They come from somewhere. They come from past experiences. They come from people that have told you that you couldn't do the thing. They've come from people that said this isn't meant for you. Get curious about where they come from, because if they're not coming from your spirit, from your gut, from the one that gives you life, it really doesn't have any weight. I have learned to really live in that space in my body that gives me guidance on where to go with my life. And that's not the easiest thing to do, again, because the doubt creeps in. Even if you don't have that belief today, tap into the people that do. If anyone's ever read the book by Elizabeth Gilbert called Eat, Pray, Love, one of my favorite things that I learned from that book is, if you've never read the book, she was getting a divorce. And I don't think that's a huge secret because it was in the trailer of the movie. She's getting a divorce and the guy won't sign the papers, her guy. And so someone had told her to write out a petition for why this guy should sign these divorce papers, and imagine everyone you love and know signing it. And now imagine everyone that you don't know signing it, that you think would sign it. Oprah, Gandhi, all of these other people that you've never met, that you know. Mother Teresa is signing it, because I believe if Mother Teresa knew the situation, she would want this to get signed as well. That is one of the things that I like to do, is I like to tap into the energy of all of the people that I know would support me. If I told you that my mission in life is to share my story and to share the stories of others so that we can create more community and greater connections in the world and learn to appreciate and love one another even deeper. If I told Oprah that was my mission, and I said, give me a thumbs up if you think that's a good mission, I'm sure she would. And I imagine all of the people, not just in my life, but all of the people in the world that I know that would support this mission, and I tap into that energy. If you don't yet believe in yourself, that's okay. I don't always believe in myself. There are so many times where I face head-on self-doubt and I wonder what I'm doing. I don't think it's the right thing. But deep down in my gut, I can still feel the calling telling me, Elena, you're in the right direction. You're headed in the right direction. Keep going. So this is why I just want to come on here today and say, if you don't believe in yourself right now, that's okay. You'll find that belief. It will grow. It will nurture. Like, just continue to nurture the voice. Continue to do the thing, and you will see something happen before your eyes that you never thought was possible. A couple years ago, we found this packet of seeds in the garage. They were in this basket of gardening tools that we had, and the packet looked like it had been through some stuff. Like, it was all crunchy, and the paper, it was like one of those paper envelopes where seeds are inside. The paper was like all crunchy, and it had like these stains on it. It had been there for years. And so last spring, my son and I, we planted those seeds. And in my head, I remember thinking, I don't know if these are going to work because they've been here for so long. Like, who knows what fell on them or what happened to them or what crushed them. That spring, at the end of the spring, toward the summer, little plants started to grow. And now we have these beautiful flowers that are there that I can't believe came from that one packet of used up old seeds. And it just reminds me, it's another reminder that says, the seeds are there. All you need to do is plant them and tend to them with water and fertile ground and soil and air and wind and belief, and it will come true. Who all knows what happens beneath the dirt with that seed? Who all knows what effort it takes for that seed after all of those years of sitting in that packet to now florecer, to have flowers, to bloom? Who all knows what that effort is? But it's there and it blooms and it's waiting. And that's how I feel about the things that live inside of me. They're not going away. I need to tend to this garden because it's calling me and it lives inside me and it's not going anywhere. That's what I believe for you, amigas. I believe that life that you are longing for, that thing that you are longing for, even if it's something small, like I long to be a person that wakes up early in the morning. I long to be a runner. I long to find true love. I long to one day have someone that cleans my house every other week. I don't know, whatever that longing is for you, I want it too. And I know that there is a greater, higher energy and power that we all come from that wants to see you succeed also and happy and healthy. Just live off that belief alone. If you don't yet believe in yourself, remember these words. Remember that there is someone, an energy, people, a community that believes in you and wants to see you succeed. I'm always here for you. I will always believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. And I will continue believing in myself, and I will continue pushing myself forward, and I will continue tapping in to the energy of all the people that I believe want to see me succeed. I hope that was helpful for you today. I hope it landed for someone, because let me tell you, it's the words I needed for myself today. And if I needed them, and maybe someone else out there needs them too. All right. Well, now it's time to believe in yourself. Until next time.